I always like starting out segments with this one because it just reminds me of The Mask.
Thought you were going to say Scrub.
Nah, The Mask. Because, remember The Mask came out when all the big ska and swing stuff was going on. But right now, what we are
when it was
talking
making
about...
its comeback.
Huh?
When the swing music was making its comeback for like the 6 months that it ran everything.
With Brian Setzer Orchestra. And...
Setzer and what was the other band? The
Cherry Poppin' Daddies?
Yeah.
Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
Cherry Poppin' Daddies. All right.
There was one other one too, but I can't remember them. They did that song
Squirrel
like...
Nut Zippers.
Yeah, the Hell song or whatever it was.
Yeah. I like those songs. Those were good songs, man.
They're good, but it was a small time period.
But smooth transition now to Zodiac. It was released on March 2nd, 2007. The budget was anywhere from $65 million to $85 million. It only made $84.7 million at the box office. And you have Iron Man and Hulk. I'm just saying.
Wasn't that
in the movie? Yeah.
Wasn't that before they were both Iron Man and Hulk?
Well, yeah, it was
like
2007. This was right before Iron Man came out. So.
Right before.
Right before.
All right. So we're going to do a little fact versus fiction on this one.
That's Drew Carey's brother.
It is. Arthur Leigh Allen as the Zodiac Killer, the fiction. The movie strongly implies that Arthur Leigh Allen was the Zodiac, especially in the final scene where survivor Mike Magoo, can't remember if that's how you pronounce his name, identifies him in a photo lineup. Excuse me. But the fact is, Arthur Leigh Allen was a prime suspect, but he was never charged due to lack of conclusive evidence. His DNA and handwriting did not match the Zodiac's letters. So the truth is, real investigators never proved Allen's guilt, and the case remains unsolved.
I like that he has a calendar for February 1980 behind him.
Hell yeah. I wonder if they... Because I know that I was... Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's a correct calendar because I was born on March 17th on a Monday.
On a Monday.
On a Monday. All right. Next up, the creepy basement scene. Fiction. The movie dramatically invents a scene where journalist Robert Graysmith is lured into a basement by a man who may have written the Zodiac's letters, creating an intense horror-like moment.
Ooh.
The fact is, there is no documented evidence that Graysmith ever had a terrifying basement encounter with a Zodiac suspect. This was a suspenseful Hollywood addition meant to heighten the tension, but it never actually happened.
This is where he met the Scarlet Witch?
Yes. Next up, the Zodiac's letters and ciphers. The movie suggests that all of the Zodiac's cryptic messages were solvable, hinting that the truth was always just out of reach for investigators. But the fact is, while some of the Zodiac ciphers, like Z408, were solved early on, others remain unsolved to this day. The Z340 cipher wasn't cracked until 2020, long after this movie was even released. Some of Zodiac's messages are still a mystery, and his identity remains unknown. So you forget that Iron Man took on the Zodiac.
And lost. He got drunk and...
Look at his neckerchief.
Disappeared.
And his corduroy
70s.
jacket. So Paul Avery's feud with the Zodiac. The movie exaggerates Paul Avery's fear, showing him spiraling into paranoia and alcoholism after being threatened by the Zodiac. The fact was, while the real Zodiac did send Avery a Halloween card in 1970 that said, "You are doomed," Avery continued working and eventually moved on from the case. Avery was targeted by Zodiac, but he wasn't obsessed in the same way Graysmith was. And finally, the ending and the identity of the Zodiac Killer. The film strongly suggests, again, that Arthur Leigh Allen was
Lyle.
the Zodiac. Huh?
It's Lyle from David Letterman.
Jimmy Simpson, dude. I'm telling you, I was gonna bring that up. Jimmy Simpson is fantastic, and I didn't even know that he did that character on the Letterman show. It was Lyle the intern.
Yeah.
There's a whole YouTube video of just him, all his segments clipped together. It is ridiculously fun. Dude, Jimmy Simpson, I'm telling you, probably noticed him. He's a McPoyle from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I love Jimmy Simpson, dude. That guy, he does not get the credit that he deserves. He is a fantastic actor. Comedic, dramatic, all of it.
Chicks.
So the real life, I think it's Mago. I haven't seen this movie in ages. His identification was shaky, and police never had enough solid evidence to formally charge Allen. The Zodiac killer was never caught, and again, his identity remains unknown.
I know who did it.
Who did it?
The Clintons.
You're right.
It was the Democratic Party, man. I'm telling you right now. Those wily sons of bitches.
Fool me can't get fooled again.
Yeah, fool me
Fooled
once. You can't fool me
Shame-
again. You know. Now watch
shame on
me. Watch me hit this. Watch me hit this ball.
Watch me hit this ball.
Dude, I'm going to tell you, man. I don't think we appreciate it. I mean, like Republicans did. And I am neither Republican nor Democrat, but I know I personally did not appreciate George W. Bush when he was in
Did
office.
you see him at the inauguration when he's sitting there and he's just like,
Oh, he starts smiling?
amazed that he's smiling,
Oh
and
my
now
God.
it's like a meme everywhere. Like when
Oh.
you see the salsa and chips coming to your table at the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, And guys,
You see the goth girl walk by and she has to bend over and pick something. You see,
Frank is literally just telling us the kind of memes that Instagram pushes towards his
oh
feed
yeah,
at this
it's
point.
so wild, man.